Here's how to beat the victim mentality. Now, before I get into any of that, I'd really be grateful if you could hit subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you get a cheeky little notification every time I upload a new video. And throughout the video, please comment below. Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know what you think as well. Feedback is great. How can I get better if I don't know? So please leave us some feedback. And also check out all the links in the description box so you can follow me on other forms of social media and even download my ebook. So click the links below. Okay, so let's get into it. Firstly, what is the victim mentality? You might be thinking, well, Hannah, I'm not a victim. I don't really feel like a victim. The thing is, if you ever use the phrases, why me? Or it always happens to me, or it's not fair, or anything like that, chances are you spend a lot of time in the victim mode. And that's not criticism, we all do. I did for a long, long period of time, and I still occasionally slip into it. And that's the thing, these things and these thoughts, they will show up throughout life when life doesn't go our way. They will show up because do you know what? Life is going to throw us a few curveballs. Life is a roller coaster that we can't see. If ever you went to Alton Towers years ago, they had a ride called the Black Hole, and it was a ride in the dark. And that's a little bit like what life is. You cannot tell what's around the corner sometimes. And that's okay, that's beautiful, that's what is exciting about life. But this means it's unpredictable. This means that things are going to come along and they're going to be obstacles or opportunities, depending on how you look at it, that are going to come your way. And the thing is, there are going to be things that show up that you wouldn't choose, that aren't your expectations, that aren't particularly nice or helpful. But the first thing you want to do is make sure you don't slip into that victim mentality, because we need to be solution focused. And the quality of the questions you ask your brain, they're going to pretty much determine the quality of the outcome of whatever it is you're going through. If you're asking yourself, why me? Why can't I lose weight? Why can't I do this? Why did this person do this to me? Why did this person do that to me? If you're constantly asking yourself those questions, your brain is really clever. It's going to give you answers. It's going to answer those questions for you. And they might not always be particularly helpful, but they're going to answer the questions that they're given. So when you want to swap it over, you want to ask yourself a better question. How can I overcome this? How can I grow from this? How can this be happening for me, not to me? It's a beautiful thing to remember. I'm stealing it from Tony Robbins, but he says everything happens for us, not to us. But we live in this world where we think, oh, this happened to me. No. If you switch it around, it's happened for you. How can this be happening for you? And it will come up with some answers. If you ask your brain, it's going to come up with some answers to those questions. Everything in this world is happening for you, I promise. You've just got to change the way you see things. Now, the victim mentality, firstly, like I said, don't feel bad for it. It's something that we all have, and it comes from childhood. We're ingrained to feel that way. We're conditioned to feel that way. We live in a society where we have mobile phones, we have the internet there daily. We flick through Instagram and you'll see somebody with an amazing body, see someone with millions of dollars or pounds, see someone who clearly is enjoying life, as social media would portray it. And we feel we should be somewhere else. And it naturally puts us into almost like a constant, like a low-level victim mode. We feel like we're less than or we're not enough. And that's the basis of the victim mentality. And it's one of the greatest fears that we're not enough. It's one of the biggest limiting beliefs that we have, is that we're not good enough, that we're not enough for this person, or we're not enough for this success, we're not enough for this, we're not enough for that. It's one of the world's greatest fears, that we are not enough. And the thing is, you truly are. But if you constantly go around believing that you're not enough, you are living in that victim mentality. And let me tell you, it's not a fun place to live. So firstly, like I said, change the questions, the quality of the questions that you're asking yourself. And secondly, to get out of that victim mentality, there's a beautiful, beautiful little activity you can do. I've heard it described as the cookie jar. You can call it whatever you want. And I want you to write down all the things that you've ever achieved in life, whatever it is. Maybe it's you could do a press up. Maybe it's that you won a race in school. Maybe it's the fact that you've got 3 beautiful children, or a beautiful marriage, or a really good job, or a car, whatever it is, things that you are happy and that you are proud that you've achieved or that you've got. Write them down and put them in this jar. It can be a bowl, it can be a jar, it can be whatever. And then whenever you feel this moment, you feel those questions, oh, why me? Why this? I want you to open up that jar and take out these things and have a read. And it will totally shift your focus. It'll focus you on what you have, what you've achieved, as opposed to what you don't have, what you don't achieve. The thing is, when suddenly something gets taken from us, the first thing we notice is, or the first thing we even go to is, what can't I do because of this? Or what am I going to miss out on? Fear of missing out is a big fear as well. And the thing is, all you need to do is flip that around. If you notice yourself going that way, and you will do it. We all do it. We all go that way occasionally. If you notice that, it's about flipping it around. It's about flipping it around. Okay, but what do I have? What can I be grateful for right now? Because the thing is, and this isn't a criticism, but the life you have, I guarantee a huge majority of this world would do anything to have the life you have. And that's with the bills. That's with all the problems that you think you have. Maybe you're overweight. Maybe you're not in a great relationship. Maybe you're not in a relationship at all. But with all the problems that you have, your problems are somebody else's privileges. And that's what this world is. When you see something, for you it is either a problem or a privilege, and that's your decision right there. So to get out of that victim mentality, you need to turn your problems around and make them privileges. I really hope that helps. And like I said before, make sure you hit subscribe and you're hitting that notifications bell so you get a cheeky little notification whenever I upload a new video. Comment below and check out the links in the description box. See you very soon.